Alright guys, so I am back, but only momentarily. This is yet again another update video, and I know they kind of suck, and I know they're not the most informative videos. However, they do pertain to the channel, and so they do matter. And so if you are a subscriber, then what was I saying? I think I was going to say listen up. Listen up. Now, in the last update, I mentioned that I didn't know how long I was going to be gone for. I still don't know how long I'm going to be gone for. However, I do want to at least get back in touch at least once a month. And so that's what this video is for. Now, one thing that needs to be talked about are the other platforms that I'm on. As you know, I'm also on Facebook as well as Instagram. I used to have a Twitter, but I deleted it. Now, the Facebook and Instagram, as you guys have known, if you follow that, I just post the quote pictures every day. On Facebook, I'll sometimes repost, something that's by some entrepreneurial type of page, something that pertains to what we're talking about or previously have talked about, or something that I think is necessary. Now, those pages have developed an audience of their own. See, as I have 74 subscribers or so on YouTube right now, on Facebook I have about 1,700 people following me on there, and then I have about 900 on Instagram. Now, those numbers are very off as they've developed their own type of audience. Now, I'm going to be reopening a Twitter account, and it's not going to be like the Facebook, it's not going to be like the Twitter. I'm not going to post those things. I might be posting, when I post a video, it's going to pertain more to what's going on here at Milk and Honey. So for those of you who are followers of this channel, you subscribe, you enjoy the work, you want to support it more, come over to the Twitter page, because that page will be specifically for those of you. See, because there's 1,600 people on Facebook who, like everything that I post, but have never heard a word out of my mouth. I want the Twitter to be for those who follow the channel. And so when that's made, it will be posted on Facebook and Instagram, so be looking out for that. I'll obviously have to make a video on YouTube whenever that comes out, and so be looking out for that, because also on the Twitter is going to be all the announcements. As I don't want to mix that up with the Facebook thing now, I might actually be dropping what I'm doing on Facebook, as I haven't been doing it, just as I haven't been doing YouTube recently, as I've kind of branched off. Now, speaking of the YouTube channel, what did I intend to do here? That's the thing you have to ask yourself to get yourself on the correct course correction when you are on your path. As I've said, this channel is going to be an example of many things. And so as we talk about finding your as we go on to talk about finding your purpose and acting upon it, sometimes you will be caught in dilemmas. Sometimes you will think this is a good idea, you'll go to do it. It's not so good idea, you come back. Sometimes you do the right thing, sometimes you don't. But either way, you will start to navigate and have your own course correction and realize the flow of things. And so I got to a point where I had to ask myself, what exactly am I doing with the channel, and what did I intend to start out to do? This is something that you'll have to do if you kind of get lost during your path. You'll have to ask, what did you originally intend to put out? At my most base level, all I did was intend to help people with the knowledge that I have and the knowledge that I've used so far. You see, but the channel has taken some turns. I went a lot over manifestation, because in my opinion, that is a key. While you're working on yourself, it can suck to not, know if you have enough money for the bills, or, you don't know where your next meal is, or it's hard to get to work because all you have is a bike or all you do is walk. You see, I wanted to teach you what the law of attraction wasn't teaching you, so that you can better your life really quickly, and that'll help you in your mindset. As I said, it's easy to bring money in when you're feeling fancier. How hard is it to feel fancy while you're walking to work in some clothes that haven't been washed, and you're going into your job, and all you're doing is having shitty days, and you're around shitty ass people all damn day? It's not going to really do much for you. So I wanted to teach you what the law of attraction wasn't teaching you. And you could be asking, well, Hayden, what did you teach us that the law of attraction didn't teach us? Well, you obviously haven't been listening. You see, a lot of them will repeat over and over and over and over and over this feeling as if. You see, they learn that from clinical hypnotherapy or some type of hypnotherapy. You know, it's really important for going in the trance state, for changing things in the mind, etc. However, they don't really go farther than that. I mean, you know, they'll all be on the same page. I mean, it's just like YouTube nowadays. You know, channels are always copying each other to get the views. They want to put so-and-so's name in it. They want to be posting this because this is what's going on. You know, staying up to date with things. If you have a YouTube channel, you stay up to date with things. You can use people's names. This is how you'll get views. So definitely learn how to use that correctly. But however, these law of attraction channels, you know, all of them will post this the 17-second manifestation rule, blah blah blah, go try this, go through. And to be honest, I mean, what I'm trying to teach are hermetics. Not only hermetics, it's things that I've learned from many paths. Everything that is in this channel is just kind of everything that I've used and learned put into one. However, part of my main focus are the occult sciences, including hermeticism. Now, this is something that not many of them will teach you. And that is exactly what I was trying to teach you. See, none of them teach you about silence. None of them teach you about forgetting about it. And thirdly, none of them teach you about ritual. Now, what is ritual? See, ritual does something to the mind, something way different than just sitting there and acting as if. But, you know, you can manifest all the parking spots you want. Okay, I gotta stop. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I wanted to originally intend the channel to be not so much of a self-help, but what has helped me and what can help you, and kind of just some checkpoints in the road while you're on your purpose. Things that I had to go over, things that other people have taught me that they've had to go over, all kinds of lessons. And so what I'm really just trying to do is put out what I know. However, it did take a turn. I got too into the manifestation thing, and I even caught the law of attraction bug. And the law of attraction bug being I got really repetitive in everything that I was teaching. And so there will be some things changing to the channel, even though they may not seem like they're changing, they are changing. So for the rest of the channel, I'm going to be focused more on self-mastery. Now, what you're doing when they're teaching you law of attraction, as I've said, you know, they're leaving out all the other hermetic principles that you're not learning. What you're doing is magic, and that's why I've tried to send you over to Frater Xavier's channel, because I want to leave more of the magic side to him, because I don't have the patience for that, to be honest. You know, his sun sign is Capricorn. He's got the patience for that one. Now, what do I want to do? You see, the video back that I made, what do you want? You have to ask yourself. You have to think, what is it that you really want? And as I said that I want to keep manifestation out of this, I do also want to put it in where it applies. Like right now, what do you want? Some people try to manifest things, and the thing that happens is that it doesn't work because it's not something that they really want deep down. You have to ask yourself, what do you want? You got to ask yourself, what are you trying to get out of what you want? And like, why are you doing it? What's the big picture here? And so I spent a lot of time on some other work outside of here, but also I've been rearranging everything that I'm wanting to do on here. It's part of the reason why I've been gone for so long. Because you see, my channel life is completely different from my outside life. You see, I have practices. I have my daily practices that I do. I've got my daily studies. I've got all kinds of things that don't have nothing to do with this channel that I learn from, and I convert it into a way that I feel that I can speak it into a lesson here. I will take something that I'm learning from CBT and I will turn it into a lesson on here, or something of that nature. Because something that I've wanted to do is to be a therapist. I've thought about going to school for it. I don't know. I would still be doing the videos, obviously, if I did. So that doesn't really matter for now. But either way, there's two different lives with the channel. And so they do tend to merge. I do tend to slip in some things that don't fit with the channel. And that's why I'm trying to get this course correction down. So when I do get the channel back running, we aren't going to be talking about sigils, as I've said. But hold off on that. I'm going to go over that at the end of this video. But we're going to be focused a little bit more on the self-mastery, because the mindset is really where it's at. It's where you get the most work done. You see, when I first started, let's talk about magic. When I first started, No, we're not going to talk about that. And so basically, the rest of the channel is going to be focused on what I intended to put out. The things that are in the trailer. Psychology is one of them. It's something that I haven't really put in here, even though it seems like it is. I've only been teaching you kind of what you hear already on YouTube, along with some other things as well. You see, as well as I am learning psychotherapy outside of the channel, I don't want to teach it on here. However, I do want to use what I learned from it to help others and to help others reflect. And so that is what I'm incorporating to the channel. I also wanted to teach you what they didn't teach you in the Law of Attraction. I've already done a lot of that already throughout the first 20 videos of the Self-Mastery series, and I imagine I will later on, but it's not going to be a big focus for now. The manifestation is going to be put aside. Another thing was meditation. Now, you can expect a few of those videos to come out. I'm not sure when. It won't be very soon, but this year definitely. I will say this year definitely. Now, habits of the wealthy is another thing that's in my trailer. Now, I've put a little bit of that, spice in many of my videos. One recently that I did that the whole video was based on, it was called Millionaire Mindset. It is something that pertains to this because as you can, create yourself to be the best person you can be, if you're broke, have nothing to show for it, what's it matter? And you could be like, oh, you're just thinking monotolistically, or, whatever y'all broke people complain about. That money is not just used to buy you material things, as all the money haters say. It's used to give too. It's used to help. What are you doing to get money right now? That's what I want to ask all those people that are, usually broke. They're usually doing something they don't like. They're usually not following their purpose, which is another thing that's in the trailer that I originally intended this channel to be, to find purpose. And so I'm trying to hold up on that. Now, I don't really remember what else is in the trailer. Either way, I'm just trying to show an example of what has to be done whenever you are on your purpose and you kind of get lost, because you'll start pulling together so many ideas and it'll get to the point where they all blend together, and it gets to the point to where you can't really tell them apart. And so you'll mesh things and it'll just end up coming across incorrectly and it won't work out the way you did, and a lot of people will end up giving up. It's almost like a chaotic mess and I don't know what to do, and then they just give it up. However, sometimes you just have to come in, clear it out. Where does this go? Where does that go? That needs to go there, and this is how it's happening. And so that's what this update video is. And so from the top now, go over to the Twitter page, specifically for you fans, specifically for the followers of this channel, you subscribers. Number 2, I hope this was a valuable lesson to you who are on your path and sometimes can get kind of wary of what to do. And number 3, this channel is moving in a different direction. It may seem like it's not doing that at all. However, later on, this will make a lot of sense. And number 4, as I said, I was going to teach you sigil creation. Now, here's the thing. As I was talking about a lot of manifestation, I've taught you like almost everything, and I tell you the one thing that Law of Attraction leaves out, and it's the one thing that, Mr. Hayden Michael is also left out, and that is ritual. There has to be some type of trance that you go in. You have to separate yourself from everybody for a moment. You can't be out in traffic, manifesting oogly boogly, at least without, years and years of practice, It's very possible to, on the spot, do this sort of thing, but that takes training, and a lot of the people who were watching Law of Attraction channels are either 12 or have only been doing it for about 5 weeks. Now, the last step that I needed to give out was how to actually do the ritual, how to actually create your own ritual. As we've gone over, when to time it, how to utilize force and form, your imagination and emotion, everything to do within the ritual, but we never went over it itself. I never went over how to make a sigil. I never went over the candle magic. Remember, that was going to be a course. Actually, that one's still going to be a course. It was the sigil one that's not going to be a course. Now, I might actually do a little bit of magic talks, lectures, lessons, that sort of thing, but I don't think that I want to do them on YouTube. As I said, I want to leave that to Fred or Xavier. I don't have the patience for that. I want to be teaching to a group of students who are there to learn that. And I know that a lot of my followers on here aren't really into that sort of thing. And so I do understand that, and I do kind of want to keep that separately, but I will put in things where they belong. Now, sigils, I mentioned in the last video, go watch all the videos you can on it. But as I said, I will make one for you, but it's not going to be on YouTube. I might have it on Sellfy or Shopify. I'm not sure yet. I've checked out a few. There's some pretty good ones. Gumroad, I know a bunch of people that use that. It's great for starting out because you can get a free account, and I think they only charge you like 8.5% of sales plus 30 cents. But the sigil course I want to make free. I want to make free for a limited time, actually. I'm not sure how long yet. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to put something out there yet, but I do want to make it free, and I don't know if any of these digital download services will let me put it for free, especially if it's a free account and they want to charge, this amount of money plus this percentage for each one. So I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know what's going to happen. However, though, that will be worked on before the end of the year because, I wanted to teach you everything they don't teach you in Law of Attraction, but I did leave out the one thing on how to make the sigil, how to actually cast the spell, how to really do it. And I know that sounds weird to a lot of people, but when you're doing the Law of Attraction, when you're watching those videos, that's what you're doing. You are performing occult magic. I mean, it's just how it is. You see, there's actual channels who understand that it is an occult science, and since they're on the opposite polarity, they'll, deem it of Satan, for example.
In today's video, I'm going to be showing you more proof that the law of attraction, the secret, comes from Satan and demonic spirits who masquerade themselves as angels of light. I used to be a heavy New Ager. You realize that this is nothing more than a false form of spirituality, a counterfeit spirituality that actually comes from fallen angels, and that man is being deceived by these spirits to think that this stuff is good. At its core, it is Luciferian and satanic. It teaches demonic doctrines like the law of attraction. So I'm going to show you here the secret behind the secret is in fact demons, Satan.
And that guy's got a whole channel of hate, and he's got a lot of followers on that one. See, you can turn anything, any purpose you have. There are people that are smoking weed and making money on YouTube. There are people ranting and making up stories, and by making up stories I mean literally, like, it's just based upon telling the camera a story. And I'm starting to get really repetitive like I used to do in my videos, so I'm going to end this one off. Either way, until next time, do your homework on sigils, be looking out for the course, be looking out for a link over to the Twitter page, and I'll be back before you know it. If you haven't seen my last video, click right here. I said my last video. Yeah, now I gotta swap it this time. And if you want to see my last video, you can click right here. And then also, if you haven't subscribed, which I don't know why the hell you wouldn't, you can click right here. Make sure you click the bell because YouTube doesn't want you to get my videos. So after you do that, then you're all set. I will for you all to prosper. And have a great day.